And where we left off, our intrepid adventurers were about to face off against a horrible crabman creature. Say hello, intrepid adventurers!
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so the crab-like creature kind of like sends his head to the side and kind of goes, and he's rushing to attack. So we're now going to roll initiative. So how we do this is you're going to roll your fortune dice, 2d10, plus your haste resistance roll, which...
Nice. That's a 19.
That's an 11 for me.
Got a 24.
I got a 15.
Okay, awesome. The crab man got a 17. So you guys are gonna go first. All right. Kestrel, you're up first. Now, since you won initiative, you get to put a mark on him if you wish.
I would love to.
Okay.
And then I would like to attempt to attack with my spear.
Okay. Describe your attack.
So Kestrel is going to see the slug and kind of size it up. It doesn't have. This is like a weird crab-like man, right?
Yep. He's bipedal. He is covered in chitin. He has one large crab-like claw, and his other hand is in the process of mutating, but hasn't fully.
Okay. Alrighty. So in that case, seeing that this guy is bipedal, I think Kestrel's going to attempt to sweep with her spear. So kind of like in a way intend to injure, probably through like bruising or maybe cracking at one of his knees, attempting to fully sweep his legs out from underneath him. Okay, so that is a 16.
Okay, unfortunately, he jumps out of the way. Are you guys all establishing defense? That's the other question I forgot to ask. To establish defense, you spend a defensive beat, and you basically get to then add either your dodge or your melee or your brawling to your evasion rating.
Yes, I will establish defense.
Okay, this creature is not.
I think Robbie is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Danica definitely is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kestrel, you are attempting to sweep this guy, right? Okay.
Oh, that's correct.
So he jumps over your, splashing out of the water over your spear as it sails underneath his legs. He lands in sort of a squat, and looks up at you with, like, the one stalk eye, and he kind of goes...
Ugh.
Okay. With Kestrel being done, Danica, you're up.
Yeah, does he look like he is trying to communicate with that squawking, or is it just aggressive squawking?
It seems aggressive.
Okay, I'm going to draw my sword and mutter a few words taught to me by my dueling teacher, and try to set up a needle burst kind of behind where Kestrel is so that it just catches him and not Kestrel.
Okay. So, describe what this power looks like.
Yeah, it's really designed to get me out of a crowd or an assassination attempt, or the types of things that happen sometimes to young ladies of large amounts of money. And yeah, just kind of a collection of like black, sort of glittering needles just explodes from a point behind Kestrel and just digs into the chitin. So
Okay. What is the resistance roll against that, and how much damage does it do? And what is the pierce?
all right. Resist roll is haste 15, pierce is 2, and this is a 4d6 damage with piercing condition.
Does it have the explosive trait as well? I can't remember.
It does have the explosive trait as well. Yep.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Right on. Big money, big money.
So you're looking for 5 pluses.
Cool. I have 2 5s and 2 4s. So
Okay. So you're inflicting 3 damage. 1 is automatic from everything, and then you rolled 2 5s. So with Pierce 2, he soaks 1 of it. So several barbs embed in his shoulder, and he kind of buckles over for a second. He goes, and he like looks back with his one eye stalk to behind him, thinking that someone has actually come in and attacked him in the back.
yeah. And I'd like to execute my training and kind of like run. I'd like to sort of get up onto, as far as I can, still in the room. If I can step up onto a step or something like that to get...
there's some crates and barrels around you could like hop up onto.
100%, yes, please.
Okay. So Danica, with grace and elegance, after casting this power, jumps up onto the back of the of a crate. Let's see. After that is the creature. He is going to make one attack at first against Kestrel. Kestrel, can you make me a dodge or melee parry?
I dropped a die. A dodge or melee parry?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 24.
With a 24, you dodge out of the way as his more human hand reaches out to grapple you. And now he is swiping at you with his big claw. Make another dodge or melee parry with -2.
That's only a 16.
Okay, he hits you just barely. His claw snaps down on your side and starts, like, tightening. You can feel this sort of cramping pain as it's trying to crush you. Can you roll me your melee soak, please?
Sure thing. I soak 1.
Okay, you take 1 point of hardship as it, like, you feel one of the hard chitinous ridges stick in and pierce your flesh just ever so slightly past your armor. It lets go after that and sort of scuttles back a bit.
Okay, Kestrel kind of like reels and steps back a few steps, just kind of like with a slight gasp, looking at the dent in her vest.
Okay. Next is Walsh.
It's how dark is it in the space currently?
There is a faint phosphorescence, that like a green light that's coming off of some of the barnacles down here.
Gotcha. I think Walsh is just kind of panicking. Like, what's the game plan? Do we run? Do we kill? I don't know that we can kill. I've got nothing on me. Thoughts, team? They're going to just take a moment, have a little puke real quick, and then
it's the salty water.
Yep. And then I think I'm going to join Danica up on one of the crates.
Yeah, Danica will give you a hand up and just like kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Does Walsh have any offensive invocations?
They do. Airburst only works if there's already a projectile, right? It doesn't create the projectile.
It wouldn't really be... No, it's not applicable in this situation.
Cool. In that case, I do have a baton. That's the weapon they've got. I think, actually.
So you want to try to, like, clang it and then jump up on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Try and just give it a little bonk.
Roll your clubs.
That's a 13.
That's great. 13 actually hits it since it didn't establish defense. Its static defense is kind of crappy. So yeah, roll the damage for your club and your strength, which is probably very low, I'm assuming.
It sure is. That's a 9.
You got you're looking for 5s on the facings, so it'll be...
Ah, gotcha. Then it was an 8, because it does 1d8 damage.
So so you did so you did 2 damage. It soaked 1, so you actually crack it and miraculously hit it on the side of the head. It goes and it like stares balefully at you. And then you get helped up back on the crate as it like snarls a bit.
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna die though.
Robbie, you're up.
He's just like, oh my god, what the hell is this thing? And then he is going to use Atrocity of Thought to try and force it to basically do a stop, drop, and roll.
Okay.
In place. Alright, I'm going to overchannel this though. Okay. Alright. Where's my suit? There it is. Invocation. Okay, I got 1 success on the invocation.
Okay, what's the resistance on that then?
Resistance on that is Bastard 20 with the overchannel.
Okay. The creature, you're not sure if it's sunk in.
Okay.
You've issued your command, so what does this look like?
It doesn't look like much of anything, but there's like this, that same kind of dark energy that Robbie used to blow the door off the hinges before is like, it's just kind of this little black wisp creep over the corner of his mouth, and then it kind of unfolds and goes towards the creature's face and kind of sinks in. It's really subtle. And that will, if it succeeds, he will have to spend 1 of his beats on that action.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Dissipate. This is whimsy, so I'm good at that. Alright, got 1.
Okay. We're gonna move to the top of the order. Kestrel.
I feel like
this round are you all establishing defense again?
You bet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So is the creature.
Okay. I feel like Kestrel would have like first looked like a little, like just slightly like battle annoyed when Walsh was like, "What are we doing here?" And then it kind of shifted into fascination when Walsh knew exactly what they were doing. And hit it more than she did. So she's feeling a little like, okay, all right, here we go. And she's gonna use Yeah, she's gonna use her. She's gonna try and spear this thing through its belly if she can.
Yeah.
How's a 19?
19 hits. Really bad.
Can I use that mark that was set on it at the beginning?
Yes. It's still on it, so yeah.
Awesome. Can I use that for an extra point of damage? That's good because I got a 1, so that's 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Unless it soaks.
You did 1 point of damage, so 2 points of damage in total. Actually 3, because you did a mark. You get one for hitting automatically, and you inflicted a point of damage. So
I did not inflict a point of damage.
Oh, so 2.
Yes, just 2.
Okay. It actually didn't soak any of it. So your spear. Describe how your spear hits it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Kestrel being sort of being shorter and having gone for its legs first is kind of in a lower stance. Basically, so she's just gonna tilt her spear up and carve through the side of its hip.
Okay, awesome. So your spear flicks up and carves through the side of its hip. You see this weird cartilagey flesh kind of dangle out as you saw a little with your spear through its armor. The creature lets out a and tries to swat at you as it's snarling in pain. Danica, you're up.
Right. How's Walsh doing?
Emotionally?
Yeah.
Poorly.
Okay.
Very anxious, sweaty, probably hyperventilating.
Yeah. Danica will just put a hand on Walsh's shoulder and say, "Chin up, we'll be out of here in no time. Kestrel's very effective. I've seen her in action. You've seen her in action. Very effective."
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's fine. It's no big deal at all, actually. We're fine. This is great. I'm having a great time. Are you having a great time?
It's quaint. And she will reach out and set off another needle burst.
Okay.
Behind the creature. Again, trying to miss Kestrel with it.
Okay.
Again, just from another kind of corner. Just kind of collects sort of darkness matter to it and then explodes out.
So this time it's a little more wary. It manages to jump out of the way a little, so it's only going to take half damage.
Is it a choice at this point to overchannel, or do I have to declare that up front?
Oh, you should declare first, but
okay.
you could overchannel
okay.
if you want.
That's okay.
I'm really fine with it.
Inexperienced, she's learning.
Okay.
So this is going to be 4d6. Okay, literally none of those were 5s. So I just do the 1 point of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Slightly distracted now, trying to, calm Walsh and also do battle.
The crab turns the heavier parts of its chitin towards the direction of the explosion, and the barb actually bounces off of it. It's not sure what's going on, but it's starting to narrow its focus on you guys on the crates. Suddenly it gets overwhelmed with Robbie's command. And Robbie, your command was for it to just sort of duck and roll?
Yeah, pretty much. Just
okay.
to stop, drop, and roll.
Okay. So it looks like it's about to attack Kestrel. It's deciding between Kestrel and Walsh. It's sort of looking back and forth, and then it sort of goes and plunges under the water, and you see it just sort of roll a bit, since it can't take an action now to attack because it's spent a beat to defend, and it has to spend a beat doing this. But it's under the water, and you guys now realize how murky it is down there. And you kind of lose sight of it.
Ah, shit, I'm sorry. It was the only thing I could think of in an emergency.
That was very clever, very clever. No need to apologize.
See where it went?
Just doing a little
Walsh
roll.
is up. Walsh, you can do an insight check to try to spot it.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
So that's the 2d10, correct?
Yep, your fortune roll plus your skill rating.
Right, so that's 6 and 9. Yeah. $22.
22?
Mhm.
Okay, you spot it immediately. It is drifted closer to you. It is now, like, right next to the crate, preparing to do, like, sort of an uppercut with its big claw. Probably will go off next round. Do you want to do something?
So it's still got those needles, a couple of them embedded in it,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Can I airburst those?
No.
Do I see anywhere, if I can see where it's gonna come and get me next turn, is there anywhere I can move to that I can see from where I am right now?
You can try to jump onto another set of boxes, or you could get back down into the water, but it might detect that. You're not really sure.
I think I'm going to just yell to the rest of the group, it's right here, and then I'm just
Okay.
gonna throw my baton at where it is.
You're throwing your baton at it.
Yep.
Okay, make an athletics roll. Or clubs. Actually, you can roll clubs if you want.
Right, so I got 1-0, and because I have the increased entropy, any skill checks that are under a 4 or lower are a crit fail.
Okay. So, you swing your baton, and you let go of it early. It spins through the air and splashes somewhere in the water. You're not sure where your baton is. You'll have to find it. Okay. Robbie, you're up.
Okay. I think... Do I need to make a check to spot this thing?
No. Walsh pointed it out.
Because Walsh
so no
pointed
one-
it
yeah.
out? Alright. Robbie is just like, I don't know, everybody's screaming, this probably doesn't matter no more, and takes his revolver out and is gonna shoot it.
Awesome.
Okay. Pistols. Okay. Good ace.
It got an 11, so you just have to beat an 11.
I've got a 19.
Okay, so you beat it by 5. So you're doing 1 automatic damage, and then another
Alright.
automatic damage for beating it by 5. And now you gotta roll your damage.
Alright, so 2 automatic damage plus 2d8 from my revolver. Got a 5 and an 8.
Okay. So, Robbie,
Yeah.
how do you kill this thing?
Alright, so Robbie kind of draws his revolver. He's like a little bit shaky with it, but he's like, this doesn't work like it's in the movies, and you know what, fuck it, blam, and shoots it like kind of right in the chest piece, and
Okay.
the force of the bullet like just impacts it and blows that part of its carapace apart.
Okay, so, you hit this thing, and it just, like, and it falls backwards. Like, this sort of black ichor just starts coursing out of its chest into the water. It does a little and twitches a bit. and then just starts floating.
I think Kestrel just stabs it with the spear anyway.
It twitches.
That's so gross.
Danica will kind of turn to Walsh and take their face in her hands and just say, "Are you all right? Your stomach seems a little disturbed. Are you gonna be? Would you like to go upstairs?"
Would be lovely. I'm just a little stressed.
No, it's perfectly understandable. You two all right to wrap up in here, or?
Kestrel lifts the spear, which is now dripping in that weird ichor up in the air, and she's like, "Undefeated!"
Yeah.
Good.
That still only counts as one.
Yeah, Danica will sort of try to help Walsh down off the crates and up the stairs a little bit.
Yo,
Okay.
What does she mean to wrap up down here? Like, what she mean? She means we're gonna take care of this?
I guess. I mean, we can see if there's anything around. Maybe push the body under the water. I mean,
Yeah.
not a lot of ways to hide this, you know?
No, there's nobody coming looking or nothing either. So, yeah, just to do a little nudge.
Are you guys going to look at all for Walsh's baton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have to roll for that. You fish around in the water for a bit, and you eventually find the baton. It's Walsh, is it a collapsible baton?
It is.
Okay, yeah, it's collapsed. So it looks sort of just like a dowel at first. You pull it out of the water, shake it off a bit.
Nah, look, it's all cute and stuff now. Takes it. Can I give it back? Is it all right? Can I give it back?
Oh,
Yeah, just
you go
like-
right on ahead.
All right, thank you.
Is the former Calbert like wearing anything, or is there anything in this space?
So, as you guys are inspecting the body?
Robbie looks at Kestrel's like, oh, damn, should we like investigate this guy?
I was gonna.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense to me. Let's do that. Yes, let's investigate this guy.
Okay, so can you guys make me insight checks to investigate the body?
Yes, I'm at
Or
-1.
medicine.
Insight. I'm at -1 to this first sight. Oh, go pretty well. 13 plus 7, 20.
Okay.
I have a
-1, 19. Sorry.
20 inside.
You guys both investigate this this creature. You find that he was wearing a everyman suit at one point, but it looks like every part of the individual paradox compression capsules have been ruptured, so the suit has been destroyed. He should have disintegrated, but instead Paradox decided to possibly mutate him into this thing.
Do they look like they were ruptured accidentally?
No, it looks like they were ruptured by a claw. He possibly did this to himself. He destroyed his own paradox field, which means he probably did the one upstairs too.
Some weird shit happening here, Robbie.
I thought that was like the, don't turn this off or you turn into like dust particles.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right. Good memory.
I don't know shit, man.
Well, clearly you do. If you say so, though. Basically, like, I don't know. Maybe this guy. It looks like he might have wanted to become a crab, and I mean, to each their own. But this is really weird. And you. From what I know, you're supposed to turn to dust. You're not supposed to suddenly, become the rock lobster.
Yeah, I don't know the handkerchief code for I want to be a crab, so. Shrugs a little bit.
You guys also find a sort of sealed leather wallet, or more like a little utility pouch on his everyman suit. You
want to nick it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Inside is a claim ticket for like a bet at the Onyx Arena for a couple nights ago.
So he was normal a couple nights ago.
In theory.
This is a lot of damage to be done to a body in just a couple nights.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you've gotta give Walsh his
I do.
stick back.
I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna wait 5 and then go up afterward.
As these guys have been doing this, Denica's just been trying to walk Walsh upstairs and just kind of quietly asking, "Do you have anything on you? I'm sorry, I left my onyx salts up in the rusty bucket. But if you have anything that might help, maybe now would be a good time. It seems like
I got nothing. I wish I did. When we get back, it's on me. I'm buying. I just need to sit down for a second.
Oh, absolutely. She'll kind of sit next to him on the step.
Okay.
Maybe Robbie's got something. I don't know. I don't know if he's.
Seems not unlikely. I really should have brought that with me. Didn't think we were going to be here that long. Are you all right? Is this something you've seen before? Barnacle men, crab terrors?
Not per se, but I spent a couple of years. They're trying very hard to select their words carefully. I was traveling with my gran, and she was really into, a lot of the paradox creatures, supernatural, paranormal ghost stories and shit. And I've seen weird things. I've seen like bizarre creatures, but never ones that used to be people, and never ones that haven't witnessed a lot of murder.
Oh.
So that's new. I can't say that I loved it, but here we are.
Well, you'll get used to it, really. And she just kind of pats them on the back.
I hope that's not true, but thank you.
Oh, Robbie. Did you find the baton?
I did. Yep. For you, he says, and he holds it out to Walsh.
Thank you. It's gross, isn't it?
A little bit. You know what? He just like takes the corner of his shirt, which is already gross because he fell in a fish stall, and wipes it off. Here you go. I'm just kind of gross
Thank you.
already.
I do appreciate you going back for it. Where's Kestrel? Are they okay?
Yeah. They're right. You could be right up behind. Are you okay?
Casually shows up.
I'm sorry, guys. That was super embarrassing.
No, not at all. If you're not very experienced with these kinds of situations, that's absolutely... We'll get you something that will make you feel much better as soon as we get back to the ship.
Yeah, so it's a good thing to, not be used to that sort of thing, I think.
Yeah, I guess. That's kind of true.
Well, if we're gonna see it a lot, I mean, might help you fight faster if you get used to it. But and then Kestrel kind of looks at Robbie for a second and is like, I mean, humanity and empathy.
That's
Good.
where I was going with that.
Sure.
You guys don't have to bullshit me. Kestrel is correct. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but like we both are. Means that you probably had an okay life if you're not used to that kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. Besides, you don't have to listen to me. I've only been alive for like 5 years.
She says that all the time.
What do you mean?
No, I literally, I love,
It's like
I've
our favorite joke.
It's not. I try to tell you this isn't a joke, Robbie. I mean, I also love that it's my best party trick for you. But no, I've genuinely only been breathing for 5 years. I've got the memories of 18, though.
Brendan Clonvad? Clone?
Yes. Yes, I'm a clone.
Yes, wonderful. Oh, yes. So that's your wonderful fighting skill. Very impressive, by the way. Really impressive what you did with the creature down there.
Oh, thanks. I wish I could say I had the killing blow. But that's okay. Everyone needs help sometimes, even the greats.
See, Walsh, you'll be perfectly safe with Kestrel around, I'm sure.
You would have done it in a second anyway.
I'd like to think so.
Oh, we found stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. What do we find? The suit thing was like like shot or something, or like I don't know, banged up or I don't. The suit thing was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell it. Yeah.
Yeah. Before he hurts himself. So the suit was sabotaged by some claws, probably his own. And so, yeah, the Everman suit wasn't going to work. It was exposing him to a lot of paradox, especially with the engine upstairs also sabotaged. So he must have known, maybe, that he wasn't going to turn to dust and he was going to become this instead. But where he got the idea or why is really weird. But no, Robbie and I found evidence that this was, like, basically self-inflicted.
Yeah, and like recent, because he was gambling over at the looks at the paper.
The Onyx Arena.
Onyx Arena, like 2 days ago.
Huzzah. Huh.
Would
Well, I
Walsh
suppose
have read about anything like this before?
You can make a temporal lore roll. With an 18, you've heard of some really weird stuff, weird paradox creatures, especially things that your gran used to tell you. One name has popped up more than others when dealing with these sort of strange mutations in people. The name Achelios has come up more than once.
There's I've read a little bit. There's Achelios seems to be a name that comes up not infrequently with specifically humanoid paradox mutations, but it's weird for sure.
Is that what this creature was called, or a researcher into these creatures, or?
Does it ring a bell for anyone else?
Tonight, while some people sleep, perhaps Walsh will be using his Codex bracer.
Yeah. I can dig into it, see what I can find. but it seems like maybe we've had a few leads pointing to the Onyx Arena. Yeah.
Yes, it does seem like Lord Develli would appreciate a little more detail as to why his hired man turned into a crab and on purpose. It's just bizarre.
Weird.
Are you guys going to go back to Magda's then, or are you going to adventure forth into the city further?
Am I recalling correctly that it's nighttime now?
Yeah,
and
it's
this
really
was like
late.
a nighttime. Yeah. Maybe, and Danica will kind of like pull her wet, soggy, gross clothes away from her body. There's a little bit of Walsh's puke that kind of stuck as she, just maybe another bath and a good night's rest, and you'll feel much better, and you'll be able to investigate everything in the morning.
I totally forgot we pulled you out of a bath to come here.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to dry my hair properly, but
Yeah, we should get you back. We should all go back.
I could use a wash too.
Okay, so you guys are all heading back to Magda's. Using your keys, you hear this sort of like shuffling of dimensional architecture inside once you use your keys on the side door. When you enter, you find yourselves in a much more modern setting. They have amenities, running water, electricity, pipes, that kind of thing. She has laid out food for you in sort of like these little stasis trays. So for breakfast, when you just open it, it'll be just as hot as it was the moment it was put into the stasis tray. And there's a little comm system and a little note that says, if you need anything, just call me.
Magda, do you have any more of that bubble bath? That was so lovely.
You want more bubbles?
Yes, please.
How many of you want bubbles?
Oh, one for each, of course.
Okay. I smell something in the building, like wet fish and crab.
Yes, we had a very exciting evening, and we're excited.
There are no
to
fish markets open this late. What are you up to?
Just a little tourist visitation of places.
What are you climbing into a whale carcass or something?
Not that far off, honestly.
Gross. I'll be right up with your bubbles.
Thank you, Magda.
You're welcome. Just a few moments later, there's a knock on the side door. When you open it, she comes in. She's got a couple of paper bags that she hands to you.
Thank you so much, Magda. You're such a dear.
You're welcome. Oh, you're going to need it.
Yes. And I distribute a bag to each of the, a box of bubbles to each.
You all wash tonight.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Gross.
Yeah, sorry.
She goes, and you are wounded too. Great.
It's a scratch.
First night here and you're already picking fights. All right.
When in Venice.
Vincari.
Vincari, pardon.
That's what they call it here. We don't want to call it anything weird. The nobles, they watch for things like that. They're like, oh, someone called it Venice? They maybe are a time traveler.
No.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna go now. I left some wine in each of your rooms. I assumed you wanted some.
Thank you so much, Magda. You're so sweet.
No problem.
Really sweet.
She gives Danica, who seems to be like the most refined of you, like the little peck on both cheeks before going downstairs.
Just like a little puke just transfers from Danica's vest to
Oh.
Can I ask you something?
Magda?
Yes?
Do you do laundry if I leave these outside in the hall?
Yes, I'll do laundry for you.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Can I ask you something too, Magda?
Yes.
What's the makeup look around like here? Like, what's people wear their makeup like?
Oh, a lot of different things. It depends. There is a whole theater scene that they do a lot of different makeup. Commedia dell'arte, do you know of that?
Not really.
I will see if I have any books.
Cool, thanks.
Alright. She heads off and comes back later with a couple of books with some... They look like they're modern books with black and white photography within them.
Cool.
Oh, masks. Very interesting.
Yep. You can do makeup based on masks, too.
That's cool.
Kestrel's gonna go to her room, grab the bottle of wine, uncork it, and then just walk out to like where everyone is, just drinking straight from the bottle.
Danica has flounced off the bath, certainly.
Okay. So let's see. Walsh, you're the only one with siphon, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Robbie, you start hearing that music again. Just faint. And Walsh, you see the same man who, young man who appeared in the Kantari Shard, standing behind Danica. He appears again in the room and looks towards where she left. And he just seems a little preoccupied. You can talk to him if you want.
I'll go approach him.
Okay. He doesn't seem really used to people seeing him.
Can we help you?
What? You can see me?
Yeah, you're kind of being creepy to my friend. What can we do for you?
Robbie, at this point you can hear his voice, but you can't see him. It's very strange.
Kind of looks over in that direction. I am Danica's brother.
Oh, shit. I'm assuming she can't see you?
I am trying to be there for her. I think that she's in great danger.
There's someone after her, isn't there? From her house? Your house?
Our parents.
Where?
I don't know very much about how I died. But I know that they were intent at all times upon preparing me for death. There was no scenario in which they wouldn't have killed me.
Did she know any of that?
We were both kept in the dark until it was too late. For me, at least. They called me a remnant soul.
Any chance you happen to know what that means?
No. They tried to get me into containment, but I escaped with Danica. Somehow I was able to hide and stay with her. It was stronger than all of their compulsions. She is my sister, and I love her.
Robbie scoots over to where Walsh is and kind of pats him on the shoulder. Hey.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing that they called me? Also, who's talking?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Danica, your brother's name is Clarence, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. He says, I am Clarence.
Clarence, this is my buddy Robbie. Trust
Hi.
him, he's a good dude.
He looks at Robbie and he goes, oh. You are like me.
Afraid of that. What do you mean?
You can hear the music.
Yeah. Yeah, there was that tune kind of like when you showed up, I guess, or when you started talking to Walsh.
At first, I only heard the music myself, but I dreamed of two other people from time to time. A young man in a city, but I never really saw his face. A massive city. He was playing music.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
The other person was a woman, and I think she lived in this city.
So, Walsh, I think that's the one that
The
I
ransom?
saw. Yeah, maybe the one that killed the guards back there.
There are a lot of I'm sorry, Clarence, I don't know if this is offensive. A lot of dead people that seem to be
It's not offensive, but it's also inaccurate. I am dead, that is true, but it is more nefarious what happens to us. We were unwritten by time, as it were. What you see in front of you is a temporal echo. But somehow I persist. My purpose is to stay and protect my sister as well as I can.
At this point, Danica, in a towel, comes back in and is like, have you seen other robes, maybe some sort of silk robe or anything like that? I can't use my clothes right now. And just kind of sees the
Danica, you
group.
see this weird, aura of light that is not seeming to have a source from the room. There's a little extra light on the ground and sort of dappled around Robbie and Walsh.
What is that?
Are you allowed to tell her?
Sure. I don't know. It's you want maybe you might want to sit down.
She'll pull over a chair and have a seat. Towel.
I feel like Kestrel walks in holding a bottle of wine and sees Danica in a towel and Robbie with his arm around Walsh and is like, oh well shit. I'm gonna give you all some space.
No, you should probably come
Yeah.
back as well, actually.
Well, this is exciting.
I'm gonna turn back to Clarence. I feel like it might be better if it's in your words instead of mine. I'm happy to translate for you.
Clarence says, I could speak and you could translate, or I could temporarily possess you, but that I refuse to do without your consent.
You know, ordinarily, I wouldn't be about it, but it's already been such a weird goddamn fucking day that... May as well.
Are you sure?
No, but let's go for it.
Okay. He reaches out and he touches your shoulder, and he sort of disappears. His spiritual energy flowing up your arm and into you. Your eyes start glowing, and your mouth glows for just a second before resuming more of a normalcy. Walsh turns towards you, Danica, and speaks in a very familiar cadence and accent. Hello, sister.
What?
Yes.
Is that really you?
What's left of me?
How? Where are you? Are you still alive? I thought I saw...
I have tried really hard to make myself visible to you.
I thought I heard you sometimes. Where are you? How can I find you? We can come to you. We have a ship now. What is happening?
I am, as Walsh has said, I am dead. This form I am in is what is known as an undone. I am a spiritual echo, as it were, a temporal resonance of what I once was. Am I completely destroyed? No. But I don't think you and I will ever physically be in the same space again, as it were.
I do this to you.
I think you know who did this to me.
I know who did this to you. How could they? So cruel.
They were preparing me from the beginning.
Preparing you? I mean, I know they wanted to marry you off to that nonsense woman, but... preparing you for this?
From what I understand, they've always planned on killing me and containing my spirit. They referred to me as a remnant soul.
What? That's what they... Robbie, that's what they called you?
Yeah.
I think we are part of something greater. It's possible that Robbie was detected at one point, that they needed him. They already had prepared me. And I think that there is a third.
Oh.
I may have mentioned nightmares when we were younger, things that I couldn't possibly have experienced. I thought nothing of it until we arrived at this city. I used to have nightmares about this city, and also about a city with skyscrapers and music.
New York. That's where I'm from.
Places I hadn't been. Mother and father, I think they knew that if I could physically escape, it would be impossible for them to track me down. So, Undone are strangely easier to incapacitate if you have the means.
I will make them pay for what they did to you.
I think it is more important that you live.
Oh, I will.
I've missed
Is
you
there
so
anything you
much.
can tell me? I've missed you too. It's been so lonely.
I know. It's been lonely for me as well. But you're so wonderful. Your ability is incredible. All I know is they have some artifact. And I think the artifact will require spirits to fuel. I am one of them. I think Robbie is another, and it's possible that the person that you are looking for here is the third.
I'll send an assassin after Robbie.
Yes, that does sound like him.
I'm gonna stop this. We're going to stop this. I can't do anything for you, Clarence, but we'll stop it from happening again.
I will be at your side throughout all of this.
And she just starts crying, like, just loses it.
So, Walsh, Clarence within you, asks sort of like permission to hug his sister.
Of course.
Okay. So Walsh steps forward and wraps his arms around you in a very familiar hug, which is both weird because it's in a completely different body.
Danica hugs Walsh and just cries. Walsh, you just got your shoulder just soaked with tears, just sobbing, like ugly sobbing.
There, I puked all over you earlier, so...
When you're puked on your family, I guess.
Yeah, we're good. We're even.
Clarence hums a very familiar childhood tune in your ear as he just sort of like rocks back and forth with you a little. And he says, I need to give Walsh back his personhood.
Yes.
But he can see me, and I think Robbie can hear me. Is that true, Robbie? He turns towards you.
Yeah,
His
I
eyes
can hear
still
you.
glowing. Says, with that in mind, I think that we can still stay in contact whenever you wish. I have heard of automaton that are capable of containing an undone, so it is possible that I could have a physical robotic body at some point.
Done. It's done. Consider it done.
They're very expensive, dear sister.
That's absolutely fine. We're going to make so much money. We'll be fine.
I know, oodles of drakes.
Absolutely.
Spilling out of our noses.
Absolutely.
We won't be able to sit anywhere without knocking over a thousand.
I spent my dowry money on getting myself kidnapped. Did you know that? Did you see that?
I did. I had to follow through the void, but I was not far behind.
I'm small.
All right. I love you so much.
You too. Don't go far away.
Never. Walsh's head sort of tilts back for a moment. His eyes get like brighter for a second, and this ghostly vapor kind of like pours out of his mouth. Walsh, you could sort of see through all this, but it was just like it was a little faded, like almost like you were lightheaded throughout the entire experience. But you find all of your digits are once more under your command.
Danica turns to you, Kestrel, and says, "Wine?"
I feel like wordlessly, Kestrel just hands you the bottle.
Wordlessly drinks out of the bottle. Yep.
Okay. You guzzle some wine. Do you guys stay up late drinking, or?
Probably.
Okay.
I feel like we need it.
Is Walsh doing some research during all this?
Yeah.
Walsh, make me a temporal lore roll. You also get 1d6, I think, from your Codex bracer.
Nice.
So you should roll your temporal lore, add a d6, and add it all together.
That's a 20.
With a 20, so you got like an 18 before. So with your research, you look into the name Achelios, and you find some references to something of an eldritch beast that lives out in the void. He apparently is something called a void walker, of which there are roughly 10. They are demigod-like figures that can enter time and leave time at their whim. They seem to be a little confined by using mortal agents, but they themselves are like godlike creatures that cannot be killed by
How do you
any
spell Achelios?
E-K... E-L-I-O-S. I'd have to check. There might be two L's.
Yeah. Once I have that information, I will share that with the rest of the team.
Oh, fun. Hey, Robbie.
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not really. I don't know what these people is gonna try and kill me, like, constantly and put me in a machine or something. I don't know, but I don't really want to find out.
They're very dangerous, and once they have their eye on something, they don't let it go.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep too well. Maybe I should ask Magda if she's got, like, a guitar or something.
Are you gonna call on Magda?
He's just gonna ask her if she's got any instruments in the house.
Yeah, she has a lute.
I don't know how to play a lute. It's gonna be sick.
Okay. She brings up a lute, and she also has an acoustic guitar.
Oh, that would be perfect.
She
Okay,
says,
can I borrow that one?
She says, sure, I'm not sure if it has been invented yet, so don't go outside with it.
That's alright. It's nice here. I had to leave mine on the ship.
Right.
I just gotta do something with my hands. Thank you. You're amazing.
No, you are. Do
It's
you
very
all have
sweet
enough
to say that.
bubbles?
Do you have a robe?
Yes, I have a robe.
Oh, yes, could I have a robe? please?
She goes over to a closet and reaches inside and pulls out a robe and hands it to you.
Yeah, I could just into the robe. Wine bottle. And do you have any more wine?
Yes.
Yes, we
tons
would
of
love.
wine.
Yes, more. Another 4 bottles, please.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Magda.
She leaves and comes back with 4 bottles of wine.
Yeah. Danica opens up another. And this time pouring glasses, but yeah, going through it pretty rapidly.
Okay.
Did I tell you guys, like, kind of what happened to me?
No.
Alright, so I was playing a show in New York, and it was good. It was mad good. It was exciting, and we were doing really well. And then, I went backstage, and it's like something grabbed me, and I don't know what happened really, like I was like drugged to something, but when I woke up I was in one of those big like city places, you know, they're all like stacked on top of each other. And I think I was not supposed to be awake that fast. Like they thought I was going to be out for longer. So I just kind of took advantage of it and took off. But it's like this group of people that they were talking about like guiding souls to the other world or something, and that I had like a talent of some kind. I didn't really stick around, but they was gonna give me to some like leader or something of theirs. So I found those people that are like, you know, in the like inside the city, and they helped me out to get me out to where I was working. But you know, I think these people are still kind of looking.
Sounds like they're working for my father.
But they sounded like yeah, like cultists, like I don't know, Satanists or something.
Oh,
But so I don't know what it was. I don't have the word for this. Maybe they were worshiping something. I don't know what it was. But something about taking souls to the right place.
you never told me anything about that. First I heard of it was the assassin at Kantari Shard.
You say these guys are pretty dangerous, but like, look at you. Like, Kestrel has been alive for 6 days and has killed how many people? A lot, I'm assuming. Robbie survived his very first assassination attempt. Danica, you can shoot needles out of nowhere. And, frankly, even unarmed, I probably wouldn't want to fuck with you. So I feel like perhaps your father is underestimating you. And definitely wasn't counting on any of you having a team, right? So we've got that to our advantage. We're not going to let them take you, Robbie. And Danica just made a promise to her soon-to-be robot brother, so that's binding. We're all locked into this, right?
Yeah, I'm just to worry you maybe a little bit that like now that I'm here and Clarence is here and this lady is here, like we're all put ourselves in the same place.
Sure. However, I think we've crossed the threshold of no return with the crab man we fought in the sewers. I feel like at that point we're probably too far gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Maybe like now that I feel like Kestrel as kind of like the least traumatized of the group, or at least the most stoic, due to my handy dandy temporal nihilism. Kestrel's been pouring glasses of wine for each of you, so you guys actually don't know how many glasses you've had total. It just magically is always full. The greatest friend at a party and the worst. But Kestrel, I feel like, is like, well, maybe now that you're all in one spot, you can have like a sort of family reunion of sorts. Maybe talk it out a little more. That is, if this lady's as nice as you and this Clarence seem to be.
Lorenza.
Yeah, I don't know. She's the one that chewed up them guards back there.
Do you
Not
think
looking
so?
great. Maybe. I heard something before that happened.
I'm not clear on whether she's alive or dead, honestly.
Well, didn't that guy say she was probably dead?
He did, and then someone
Yeah.
else said she might be alive still. I'll have to check at the Collegium. Here's the thing. If my father's involved in this, he's already got people here. I don't doubt.
Maybe I just, sleep on the floor here.
We won't let them take you, Robbie.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm never gonna get back to New York and my band, but maybe we can get you a robot brother.
We can always visit. I don't see why not.
You can do that?
Absolutely. I mean, once you have a ship, you travel through the void. Actually, Kyle, can I ask you this
Yep.
over the table? Is there any reason this is past 1950 New York that he comes from?
Yes.
So it's going to be troublesome to go back there.
I mean, it is and it isn't. It's not going to be troublesome so long as you guys don't try to interact with a lot of technology. That's where the problems come in. There are classes that are specifically tailored towards dealing with that kind of thing.
So I'll tell Robbie, absolutely, we can go back. We can go back anytime. We might have to hire a specialist. But...
Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks.
And we're time travelers, so they might not even know you were gone.
That'd be wild.
So, are you guys going to go to sleep then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So yeah, you guys drift off to sleep that night. And I think this is probably a good stopping spot